season-long journey follows a path to greatness. A destination. A dream. A quest for excellence. It's your time. A time to compete for a place in Nebraska sports history. Great moments are earned here. Play like a champion. Welcome to the NSAA Girls State Basketball Championships on NET.
NET Sports, Nebraska's home for championship sports, is live from the Pinnacle Bank Arena in Lincoln, Nebraska for the 2014 NSAA Girls Basketball Championships. And this evening in the Class A title game, it's a rematch from two previous games this year and the rubber match. Bellevue West takes on the Benson Bunnies. Hello again, everybody. Along with Trudy Nolan, I'm Larry Putney. Andy Kinney will be joining us later. Great to have you with us for this Class A state championship showdown. As we said, this is the rubber match, and it's for the title. And teams really coming from a couple of different perspectives in that Benson has never been in a state championship game before. Bellevue West, they've kind of, they pencil it in on their schedule every year.
Yeah, exactly. And with Bellevue West, they have three great scorers. They have Liveringhouse, Brown, and Akin Atiko as their scorers. They're going to play a lot of pressure defense. But as far as Omaha Benson goes, they're going to do the same. Man-to-man pressure defense. They want to cause those turnovers. They have Kiana Ibis and also Montrese Weller as their scorers for Benson. And you're going to see a lot, Larry, with pressure defense and scoring from the inside and outside from both teams. They are very well matched up.
A lot of athleticism here in this Class A game coming your way. It's the Thunderbirds of Bellevue West taking on the Bunnies of Omaha Benson. The Class A title is on the line, and it's coming up on NET Sports.
Large trucks and trailers can easily drive through a state highway roundabout. The center of the roundabout has a low raised area for larger vehicles to drive over if necessary. It's called the apron. Visit the website for more information about driving a roundabout.
Whether it's spring planting, fall harvesting, or just a drive across the state, soy biodiesel helps a diesel-powered engine operate in a demanding job. Soybean oil from Nebraska soybeans makes biodiesel a renewable fuel that's also environmentally responsible. The soybean checkoff plays a major role in supporting the use and availability of biodiesel. The Nebraska Soybean Board, growing opportunity from the ground up.
This isn't Madison Square Garden. These drills probably won't make anyone a #1 draft pick. But these players are practicing for something important. While they work on their jump shots, they're also learning teamwork, discipline, self-confidence, how to deal with wins and losses. Skills that will make them winners long after they leave the court. Support high school activities in your community, because when kids take part, they get set for life.
Watch the NSAA Boys State High School Basketball Championship Saturday, March 15th, beginning at 9 a.m. Central and continuing throughout the day. There's action in all classes. Visit netnebraska.org for times. Live streaming is available at the NET Nebraska website and on the new NET Nebraska app.
Back at the Pinnacle Bank Arena, Class A state championship between Omaha Benson and Bellevue West coming your way. But first, let's take a look at last year's showdown for the Class A state title.
Number 5 Southeast took on top-ranked Bellevue West in last year's Class A state championship. After losing in the state final by 1 point the previous year, the Knights were on a mission. They caught the Thunderbirds off guard, exploding to an 11-2 lead to begin the contest. And the Knights would never fall behind after that. Southeast was led by sophomore and Husker commit Jess Shepard, whose double-double included 26 points and 19 boards. Alexa Kostanek and Rianne May also had great performances for Southeast, scoring 14 and 13 points respectively. The Knights defeated the Thunderbirds 65-57, earning Southeast its 10th title as they were crowned champions in last year's Class A state final.
And for this year now, time to introduce you to the two teams, and for that we go to Doc Weiniger.
The Nebraska School Activities Association and its member schools welcome you to the 2014 NSAA Girls State Basketball Championships. The NSAA is proud to recognize its corporate partners, U.S. Bank, U.S. Cellular, NCPA, Farmers Mutual Insurance, Baden, Nebraska Orthopedic Sports Medicine, St. Elizabeth Regional Medical Center, Allen Photography, Cliff Keen, Max Preps, and Custom Sports. And now, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Pinnacle Bank Arena for the Class A State Championship game. Tonight's matchup features the Bellevue West Thunderbirds versus the Bunnies of Benson High School. And now, let's meet the players and coaches competing in tonight's game. First, the non-starters for the visiting team, the Bellevue West Thunderbirds. Number 5, Allison Tichy. Number 11, Anna Dolzal. Number 12, Mia Felici. Number 20, Brianne Inselman. Number 23, Pimmy Dyke. Number 24, Taylor Dotzler. Number 42, Courtney Moorhead. Number 44, Kiana Mays. And number 50, Kylie Spurgeon. And now, the non-starters for the home team, the Benson Bunnies. Number 3, Tiana Bry. Number 5, Kylie Askew. Number 14, Monica Robinson. Number 24, Nicole Howard. Number 33, Nautica Valentine. Number 34, Octavia McGraw. Number 42, Kia Kirby. Number 44, Sabrina Kench. And number 50, Tia Warren. And now, the starting lineup for the Bellevue West Thunderbirds. A 5'4" junior, number 3, Katie Immig. A 5'8" senior, number 14, Maddie Brown. A 5'5" senior, number 15, Julie Targi. A 5'8" sophomore, number 45, Chloe Akin-Otiko. And a 6' senior, number 55, Kate Liveringhouse. Assistant coaches for the Thunderbirds, Terry Shelsta, Katie Bowen, Christina Voss, Emily Saley, and Bob Baker. Head coach for Bellevue West is Mark Kruger. And now, the starting lineup for the Benson Bunnies. A 5'6" senior, number 1, Tashiana Kofiel Nelson. A 5'2" junior, number 10, Kanisha Plater. A 5'8" junior, number 15, Adriel Benson. A 6-foot junior, number 23, Kiana Ibas. A 5'10" senior, number 32, Montrese Weller. Assistants for the Bunnies are Pat Holston, Mike Dugan, Ashley Jones, Bob Woodworth, Ricky Ruffin, Fanny Jones, and Lindsey Moore. The head coach is John Perrone. Tonight's game officials are John Moody, Cody Haig, and Bob Landis. The bench official is Chris Ladwig. And now, ladies, let's play basketball.
Ready to go here in the Class A state championship. The Benson Bunnies at 25-2, taking on Bellevue West at 26-2. Both schools, of course, reside in the Omaha metro area. This is how they got here. Benson knocked off Kearney in round 1, Northeast in round 2. Bellevue West with the win over their intra-city rival, Bellevue East, and then winning against Millard West to get to the state championship game. So Bellevue West, Omaha Benson, third time these two teams have squared off this year. First time they met, it went overtime. And it was Bellevue West beating Benson 58-55. Second time, the Bunnies returned the favor, winning at 54-51. There's John Perrone, 7 years the head coach at Omaha Benson, 95 and 65. Ready to go here for the Class A title. Tip it off. Controlled by the Bunnies. Here's Kanisha Plater. And a quick turnover by the Bunnies. So shake out those jitters. Get rid of them. You're in a state championship game for the first time. That's going to happen once or twice.
You know, it is. And the thing is, these two teams know each other. They've played each other. A lot of times in the state tournament, you might play a team that you haven't seen all year. So, but they know each other. But it still doesn't matter. It's the state championship.
Great drive and take by Kate Immig. Immig puts the Thunderbirds on the board.
Bellevue West is going to continue with that man-to-man. They like to play man-to-man full court.
Weller with it. Montrese Weller up top. 5'10" senior. Weller keeps the dribble. Loses it momentarily. Kicks it back out. Here's Kiana Ibas. Ibas loses it. They have a touch, so no backcourt violation. Plater back with it, running the offense. Ashiana Kafil-Nelson. On the line was Ibas.
You know, and Chloe for Bellevue West has a tough job because she's a sophomore coming into the game, and she is having to guard right now Kiana Ibas, which is a tough job for her to do here in this game.
Immig with it, picks up her dribble. Here's Maddie Brown. Dish inside, Liveringhouse, turns around, blocked by her summer ball teammate, Kiana Ibas. A lot of these top players see each other throughout the year on club teams, and summer travel teams. Play together and against each other year-round. Kicked outside, 3 on the way. Benson is off.
And Kate Liveringhouse does a great job on the inside getting those rebounds, and you're going to see her working down there on the low post, especially against Kiana Ibas here.
Immig, Liveringhouse. Skip pass up top to Targi. Targi drive inside, good dish underneath, left hand won't go for Brown. Swatted away, goes to the ground, good dig to pull it out of there. And we have a foul on the floor. Askew with the foul, here's another look. Wow, look at the block.
It's a good block by Ibas. She's had a couple of them down there right down by the basket here just at the very beginning of the game.
Gets it into Liveringhouse. Working on Ibas. Oh, good up and under move. Livering House. Bellevue West on top, 4-zip. Benson with the three on the way, off the back of the rim, no good. A push pace taken away by Weller. Here's Montrese Weller, drives to the basket, left hand is good. 4-2 off the steal and take by Montrese Weller.
You know, as John Perron says, he preaches defense and effort and toughness. And so you're going to see that throughout the whole game, that they're going to give that pressure defense, and they are going to give every effort that they can.
Once again, Ibis underneath. Her presence inside has been deflecting and blocking shots. Here's the Montrese Weller steal. And the lay-in. Tries to get it into Chloe Akinatico. Julie Targi now to inbound it. No, they'll switch inbounds, and Maddie Brown will inbound. Up top to Targi. A little more than 3 minutes gone. Still a feeling out process here for both of these teams, 4-2. Bellevue West with the lead, Benson with the ball. Here's Ibis to bring it up the floor. Drive and kicked outside. Gabrielle Benson got it. Her third time's a charm, and Benson with the three-pointer. And Benson with the lead.
And right now, Benson, you know, is on a 5-0 run. It was 4-0. Now they've come down and hit some shots.
Foul called underneath. Charge against Bellevue West. Targi called for the foul right here. Little wrap around there. Wrapping around and holding. Called a charge. Looked like a wraparound. The drive block, but right there to clean it up and put back is Monique Robinson. Monica Robinson with the first two of the game. Akinatico with a nice spin move in the lane. Four around her goes up strong, and Akinatico with the bucket.
Yeah, that was a great take in by her. As you said, four people collapsed in on her, and she took it up very strong.
7-6, Benson on top. Gabrielle Benson with it, goes inside. Good up and under move in the bucket. Robinson with another. 4 points off the bench already for Monica Robinson. Akinatico. Long three, no good. Scrambled around and out of bounds off of the hand of Kanisha Plater. 3:06 to go here. Period number one. Benson on top. 9-6 on the strength of the three by Gabrielle Benson.
This isn't the sweet corn that humans eat. It's the field corn that most Nebraska farmers grow. And it satisfies the appetite of a growing world by providing livestock feed, renewable fuel, bioplastics, and much more. You can't eat field corn, but the economic impact of the billion bushels that Nebraska farmers grow each year is still pretty darn sweet. Nebraska's family corn farmers, sustaining innovation.
Ever wish your bank were right at your fingertips?
Hey, honey, can I keep it? I know, right? I'm gonna go strap it to the car. Mom, do you have any idea how expensive books are?
It was such a lovely time. Oh, you know what? Don't forget to give me that. Whoops, that was expensive. I can pay for that.
In branch, online, on your iPad, iPhone, Android, or BlackBerry, U.S. Bank is there when you need us.
Andy Kenny back at Pinnacle Bank Arena, where Omaha Benson has the early lead over Bellevue West. Now, you may have noticed that Omaha Benson has an array of colors on their sneakers. There's got to be a story behind that, right? Well, actually, there's not. You see, at the beginning of the year, the Benson girls tried to get together to agree on a shoe to get so they could all wear the same color. They couldn't agree on the shoe or the shoe style, so they said, forget it. Everybody got their own shoe and their own color. Guys, back to you.
So, good no story there by Andy, I think is what he's essentially saying.
Thinking there was a reason for the colors, but I guess not. But it sure does brighten it up out there. They have very bright shoes on.
2:50 now to go here in period number 1. 9-6. Here's Targi with it. Back to Akinatico, who looks inside. First look at Taylor Doetzler, number 20, Megan Pini Dyke, number 23, in the game for Bellevue West. There's Dyke with it there. Looks inside. Off to Maddie Brown. Kicks it off to Targi. Good defense here by Benson. How patient will the Thunderbirds remain? Dyke goes off the side of the backboard, ball loose. Akinatico picks it up, rips it out. And a loose ball taken away by Montika Robinson. Looked inside, Ibis kicks it out. Then tried to post up Akinatico, putting a very athletic Akinatico on Ibis. Montrese Weller with the bucket.
Yeah, she's had a great couple days here. She had 15 on Thursday and 14 yesterday. She likes to drive to the basket.
Long three, Akinatico rattles off. Pulled down by Ibis. Back to Weller. It wouldn't go. Dyke with the rebound. It's Kylie Askew of Omaha Benson on the defense there. Nice job. Shot it away by Immig. Immig off the back and out off of the T-Birds, and it will be the Bunnies' ball. Back in now for the Bunnies is Arbrielle Benson. Also coming in is Tiona Bry.
Yeah, you know, both actually Benson and Bellevue West will go to their bench a lot. They will go pretty deep on the bench, both teams.
Livering House will be called with the block. Livering House, her first personal foul. 11-6 Benson. 46 to go here in the first period of play. Nice looking jumper at the top by Kiana Ibis. Very smooth looking on the jumper. Ibis again. Got it. Boy, what a nice looking player Kiana Ibis is. She's being recruited by just about everybody. Offers from Creighton, Nebraska, Arizona State, Stanford, showing some serious interest. Just her junior year, Kiana Ibis for the Benson Bunnies. And the walk. Livering House with the turnover.
And that's a good matchup there, you know, with Kiana Ibis. And here she is with her nice left hand three-pointer. She does. She has a great shot. She's very athletic as well.
This looks like a real jump shot there. That's not just a set shot. That three's on the way off, high off the rim. Hustling after it and out. And that will take us to the end of period number 1. On the strength of some outstanding defense, the Benson Bunnies with the lead after 1. It's 14-6.
cheer for your team, and be there for all of the excitement. For championship ticket information, visit the Nebraska School Activities Association's website.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
And the Bunnies with the lead after one. It's 14-6. T-Birds got off to the quick start. Since then, it's been some terrific defense by the Bunnies that has shut down that T-Bird offense. Inside the delivering house.
It really has, you know, and right now Bellevue West is right now 4 for 13 in field goals, and Benson is 6 for 12. So again, that defense that you're talking about is making a difference on those shots that Bellevue West is getting.
Another open look for Benson. Shot is off. Rebound pulled down. Pushing it up the floor is Targi. Targi goes strong to the basket, does not get it to go. Targi will go to the line to shoot 2. Targi will play next year as you watch her take it to the basket. Foul on Montrese Weller. They'll play next year at Briar Cliff. Will Targi. Briar Cliff, of course, in Sioux City. There's a teammate at Maddie Brown who will also play in Sioux City next year. But she'll play at Morningside. Morningside and Briar Cliff, big rivals. Here's Kenesha Plater now. Field Nelson, but the shot is off. Livering House pulls it down. Emig will push it up the floor. Down by 5. Good pass inside. Maddie Brown down low. Feeds it to Livering House. A little runner in the lane won't go. The turnaround off glass, and Livering House very nifty down low. A couple of moves we've seen already from the 6'1" senior who averages 16 a game.
We haven't, you know, right now she's 3 for 5, has, you know, 6 points as the leading scorer right now for Bellevue West, and has had some great moves down there.
Katie Emig picks up the foul. Her first foul, that'll be the 3rd team foul on Bellevue West. Back in for the Bunnies comes Monika Robinson. Robinson 2 for 2 from the floor. She has 4 points. Off the bench for Benson. Tried a little pick and roll there. Tried to find Robinson. Wasn't there. Here's Weller on the dribble. Now I'm takes outside. It will stay off of the hands of Emig. It'll stay with the Bunnies.
And, you know, you have to give credit here to Chloe on Bellevue West. She's playing some great defense on Ibis. I mean, right now, Ibis has only been able to take 2 field goals and then 1 3-pointer at this point in the game.
Kinetico, one of the top athletes in the Metro. And Kinetico, just remarkable athleticism. She's being recruited by all the Missouri Valley Big 12 schools. Of course, her older sister, Alexis, is at Creighton.
And there's a look at the, you know, going after the rebound. And again, both teams getting after it here, knowing every loose ball they need to have and have in their possession.
Jumper is off. Rebound comes down. It's gathered by Robinson. She was fouled. And that will be the 4th team foul and the first, 2nd foul on Maddie Brown. Ibis now to inbound. Ibis with it, closely guarded by a Kinetico. Look at a Kinetico really trying to keep her out of the lane with the body. Drive by Akinatico is off. The shot is.
Kanisha does a good job of bringing the ball up. She's kind of the leader, the point guard, taking control out there with them. She has lots of energy.
Foul down low. Looked like maybe Liveringhouse picked it up. Yep, her second personal foul on the drive by Benson. So that will put Benson at the line. Arboriel Benson, 5'8", junior, averages 8 points a game. First one up and good, and already Benson with 4. Benson now leads Benson in scoring with 5 after she knocks down both. Pimmy Dyke back into the game for Bellevue West. Kylie Askew in for Benson. Also coming in for Benson is Sabrina Kinch.
You know, and Sabrina Kinch she's a tough post player in there, but she's had a hard time, a hard go with a torn ACL. She's playing through actually right now as much as she can. Had to sit out her junior year, so I know that this is probably very important to her to get into this game.
Good take by Akinatico. Can't get it to go, but she'll be shooting 2 for the T-Birds. There's Chloe Akinatico, just a sophomore. 5'8", averages 12 a game. Talked about that athleticism. She won the Nebraska long jump last year. 100-meter champ, 200-meter champ.
She's not going to have much time off, I bet. Monday she starts track.
That's right. That's right. Gets the roll. Puts that lead to 4.
It's kind of a very similar thing we've seen in the games before, where especially, where we were talking about with Minden and making the run and the other team coming back. It seems like Benson will just get a run going, and then Bellevue West comes back at them. And we'll probably see this throughout the whole game, and that's due to that pressure, man-to-man defense that both teams are playing.
John Perone, coach of the Bunnies, says really wants his athletes to get in the open and make plays. That motion offense he runs with a few set packages. That goes inside to Kench. Brina Kench with 2 off the bench. And Dolezal also in the game now for Bellevue West. There's Targi up top. Kicks it out. Akinatico with the 3. Rebound by Ibis. There's Kiana Ibis. The 3 on the way out the back of the rim by Weller. Both teams got a bit cold here in the last 2:30. And the walk called on Julie Targi. Liveringhouse will check back into the game with 2 personal fouls. Pimmy Dyke will take a seat.
You'll probably see right now with Benson trying to take it at Liveringhouse with Kinch in there. Trying to force, Liveringhouse to get her 3rd foul here before halftime.
Good job by Liveringhouse. Beating Kinch to the spot, knocking it out of bounds. Both of these teams predicated on defense. Like to get in the transition. Haven't seen Bellevue West go to any of their full court stuff yet, but boy, great hustle. And on the line, Julie Targi just did not give up. She's the best defender for this T-Bird squad, and she hustled all the way down the floor to continue to put the pressure on. Watch this.
She did. She came hustling down, and then also coming down was Dojal as well. They made a great effort to force that turnover.
Foul called down low. Against the Thunderbirds. Foul called on Anna Dolezal, her first. There's a look at John Perone. Perone says they preach the Bunnies' defense and effort. It's all about effort, toughness, defense. And we've certainly seen that with a tough man here early on.
You know, and they're very similar, the two teams, because they're the man-to-man, the pressure defense, but also they both have inside and outside games.
Well, what a great spin move down low by Sabrina Kinch. Kinch working on that torn ACL. Livering House from deep. So the 6'1" post player steps outside the arc and knocks down a three. The runner can't get it. Kinch with the rebound, puts it back up strong. Livering House comes down with it. Three on the way is off by Targi. Hustled after, Livering House will try it again. Comes up short that time, and Kinch with the rebound.
You know, both teams kind of, Larry, having a little bit of trouble here on their field goals. One team, Bellevue West, is shooting 30%. Benson shooting, 36% at this point.
Kinch with it on the dribble, backing down Livering House, goes up strong, good rebound, and back up goes Benson. So Benson will go back to the line again.
Yeah, and you can tell that they're trying to get it into Sabrina so that they could get Livering House, maybe, like I said before, to get her third foul.
Maddie Brown now back into the game for the Thunderbirds. Kinch will take a seat. In for Benson Bunnies is Robinson. Benson at the free throw knocks down one of the two, but the rebound to Ibis, and then taken away by Akinatico. Akinatico, she'll go to the basket, little runner in the lane, gets it to fall. (21-17). Benson with the lead. Livering House with the steal. Nearing the 1 minute mark here before half. Kicks it across. Wide open jumper off. Rebound to Kafil Nelson. Kafil Nelson will bring it up. With a 4-point lead and inside a minute to go. Benson with it. She's leading them in scoring with 7.
Benson now looking to be very patient, looking for that right shot.
3 on the way is off by Ibis. And now the Thunderbirds. Timeout. Called by Mark Kruger, head coach of Bellevue West. 21-17, 24 to go. Well, we'd love to hear what you have to think about our state high school championship coverage here on NET Sports. This is a good opportunity for you to just kicking it back in the living room and watching, shoot us an email. We'd love to hear what you have to think. You can send us the email at sports@netnebraska.org. We really focus on delivering the best possible high school and collegiate events available in Nebraska. We do enjoy your comments, so please take some time and shoot us an email at sports@netnebraska.org. Let's see what Mark Kruger drew up.
This is a big possession for Bellevue West right before half to get a bucket to cut that lead cut the lead that Benson has right now at 4.
They will hold for the last shot. Emig up top. No count on for Costa Garden. Here's Akinatico. Drives baseline, doesn't get it. Ball on the floor. Akinatico picks it back up, goes up strong. All loose on the ground and finally out and off of. It looked like it went off of Benson. We'll see. And it will stay with the Thunderbirds. So 1.2. Time to get a shot off. Through the hands of Liveringhouse, and that's how this first half will end. So a first 8 minutes dominated, or make it 16 minutes, dominated defensively by both teams, Benson and Bellevue West. Yes, the Bunnies. Let's go over to Andy Kindy. He's with Coach.
Here with Coach Mark Kruger. Mark, you guys started slow but bounced back. How happy were you with that second quarter?
Well, I think we're lucky to be where we're at. Offensively, we haven't been very, very efficient, but that's a credit to them. I said coming in, these are the best two defensive teams in the state without a doubt, and I think the scoreboard kind of shows that. So, we're guarding well enough. We just got to find ways to score.
You told me yesterday your team plays the best when they're the loosest. How do you play loose and yet so intense?
Yeah, we'll be okay. We got a little rattled, but like I said, we talked to them at the timeout. Good teams always are going to make runs, so we kind of made one back a little bit on our own. Like I said, it's a two-possession game, so we're all right.
You got 2 more quarters to make do. Good luck to you in the second half. Mark Kruger and the Bellevue West Thunderbirds. They're in position just down 4. Larry?
All right, thanks very much, Andy, and thanks to Mark Kruger for spending a few moments with us before he heads to the locker room where his Thunderbirds trail by 4.
Constellation believes in developing the next generation of Nebraska leaders, and we show that support by contributing to 4-H and FFA in the 60 Nebraska counties we serve. Nearly $50,000 over the past 2 years alone. Constellation provides natural gas for Nebraska homes, farms, ranches, and businesses. Through our support for 4-H and FFA, we're providing energy for Nebraska's future as well. Natural gas from Constellation.
No matter how you look at it, animal agriculture helps Nebraska's economy. The livestock industry provides increased tax revenues for schools and community services. Livestock enterprises also create jobs while contributing to existing businesses such as local banks and grocery stores. A thriving livestock industry helps maintain our current way of life, but also provides opportunities for the next generation of farm families. The Nebraska Soybean Checkoff helps to raise awareness of the importance of animal agriculture to Nebraska.
Coverage of the NSAA Girls High School Basketball Championships on NET is made possible in part by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Nebraska, by U.S. Bank, and by Education Quest Foundation. A big thank you to our sponsors who help us bring you the NSAA Basketball Championships on NET. We couldn't do it without your support.
Welcome back to the Pinnacle Bank Arena. We're at halftime. Omaha Benson leads Bellevue West in the Class A championship game 21-17. Andy Candy here courtside. Glad to be joined by Deborah Velder, the NSAA Associate Director. And Deborah, you are in charge of the speech program. Maybe people don't realize what kind of a big deal this is, but tell us a little bit about the program.
Speech is as competitive as any other NSAA activity that we sponsor. It's one of the largest state championships that we sponsor. Over 290 schools participate in speech, and we bring close to 1,500 to 1,800 people to the University of Nebraska campus to compete at the end of this month.
So tell me a little bit about the competition. The people who are participating in the state speech tournament, what are they doing?
Right. Well, we have 9 different events in which they are competing. They have to qualify through the district format, and the top individuals from the districts qualify for the state contest. Then at the state contest, they give their speeches in 2 different rounds, and then the top 6 in each event go to the finals, and it determines the championship as to the team championship.
Talk to me about what can be improved on the program that's already at such a high level.
Well, there's always room for improvement in any activity, and as always, we go back to our membership and say, what do you see? What do we need to do differently? One thing that was very important to our administrators this past year is that we needed to get a handle on the type of content that our students were performing. And so this was discussed in school. Administrators are now required to sign off on a compliance form that they are aware of the materials that their students are presenting so that it is representative of their school. Another change is that we have added 2 preliminary rounds at district competition this year rather than just the 1.
You know, every state competition, I don't care what sport it is and what competition it is, it brings hundreds and thousands of people into a community. What kind of impact does the speech program have into a community?
Oh, it is something that Kearney embraces, and they totally understand the economic impact. Not only does it fill hotel rooms for sometimes 2 to 3 nights, it brings in over 100 judges and parents and grandparents, and not only are they staying there, but they're also eating and they're filling up their cars. So it is something that is very important to those communities.
And finally, there is going to be an NET production that includes the best of the best. What is that?
Yes. The best in the best are individuals in all 6 of our classes that represent all 9 events. And these are individuals that placed in the first place category at the state competition. And then we are just so thankful that NET sees the importance of this activity. And those 9 events are then brought to the studio. It is produced, and then it is aired several times during the year, and spotlights these students that do work so hard.
Look forward to it, Deb. Thanks for joining.
Thank you very much.
Deborah Velder of the NSAA joining us here at halftime as Omaha Benson leads Bellevue West 21-17 in the Class A championship game. More to come straight ahead.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
When something's difficult, like defying gravity, or navigating the new healthcare law, why face it alone? Call or visit us at the Blue Store at nebraskablue.com. Ask Blue your questions, like what's required and can I get help paying for it? Then rely on Blue to help you navigate the system. Most Nebraskans are required to have health insurance or face penalties. Time is almost up. Get what you need. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Nebraska.
Constellation believes in developing the next generation of Nebraska leaders, and we show that support by contributing to 4-H and FFA in the 60 Nebraska counties we serve. Nearly $50,000 over the past 2 years alone. Constellation provides natural gas for Nebraska homes, farms, ranches, and businesses. Through our support for 4-H and FFA, we're providing energy for Nebraska's future as well. Natural gas from Constellation.
Hey Mom, I need to talk to you about something. You took me on campus visits and helped me with college applications, but there's still something we haven't done yet. It's time to complete the FAFSA so I can get financial aid. I know you've been stressed out about this, but don't worry. Education Quest has tons of resources on their website to make the process really easy. You guys have been there for me every step of the way. Just returning the favor.
Get help with your FAFSA at educationquest.org.
Back at the Pinnacle Bank Arena, along with Trudy Nolan, I'm Larry Putney. Good to have you with us. Andy Kindy roaming the sidelines. It's 21-17. We're at the half of the Class A state championship game, and I think you heard heading into halftime Mark Kruger say 2 of the best defensive teams in the state. That's That's what we've seen. We've seen a defensive effort on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, it really has been very good defensive effort. You know, it's a fast tempo game. You see here for Bellevue West, Liveringhouse, she has 9. You know, it's a complete game for her because she's on the inside, she's on the outside, doing that on both sides, on the offense and also on the rebounds. On the other end, Benson has a very balanced scoring by Benson there. Also with Ibis here shooting a nice outside 3. And also Kinch came in and she had a couple of big baskets underneath there. They were trying to take it there to Liveringhouse. So as he said, it's been a very good, you know, defensive battle here. The fast tempo, I think we're going to see those same kinds of things as we come out in the second half. One of the things to look at on the stats is, you know, Benson, they've caused some turnovers and then they've scored. They've had a few more points off of those turnovers than Bellevue West has. And then again, you know, also in a little bit, the field goal percentages are close, but Bellevue West is 1 for 7 right now from the 3-point line. And Benson is 2 for 8 right now. Otherwise, you know, the rebounds are pretty close, free throws are close. Again, it's going to come down to that defense and being able to take care of the ball and then connect. You know, if they do force turnovers with that defense, being able to connect on those turnovers.
So we're at halftime of the Class A state championship game. Benson on top of Bellevue West by 4.
Behind your outlet are more than 6,000 public power employees working tirelessly to generate and deliver safe, affordable, reliable electricity 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. Since they are customer owners themselves, you can count on them to have your best interests and those of the community they serve at heart. Neighbors serving neighbors. That's public power.
When you've been around for more than a century, you understand the power of generations, the value of nurturing and developing those who will carry on the legacy of agriculture and food production. That's why the Aurora Cooperative helps young people gain the experience, expertise, and wisdom to feed the world, be good stewards, become responsible community leaders, and continue setting the example for the generations that follow. The Aurora Cooperative, growing opportunities.
Coverage of the NSAA Girls High School Basketball Championships on NET is made possible in part by the Nebraska Soybean Board, NPPD, Nebraska Public Power District, the Nebraska Corn Board, Constellation, Nebraska Department of Roads, and by Aurora Cooperative. A big thank you to all of our sponsors who help us bring you the NSAA Basketball Championships on NET. We couldn't do it without your support. Back at Pinnacle Bank, we're at halftime, getting ready for third period action. Let's go over to Andy Kindy. He's with one of the coaches.
John Perone, the head coach of the Omaha Benson Bunnies, joins me. Coach, first time in the state championship game. How do you think your girls held up?
Well, I think we're locked in on the goal so far. Defensively, we're awesome. I mean, we're just stopping people. We're getting turnovers. We're creating some things. Offensively, we're a little tentative, so we'll have to pick up our movement a little bit. But defensively, we're tough. And that's our plan right now, is not to let them loose and guard people and show work ethic and get it done.
What's the message? You're 2 quarters away.
Toughness and stay steady. Toughness and stay steady and go finish the job.
Hey, first 1 to 50 might win this thing. Good luck to you in the second half. All right, have a good one. That's John Perone, the head coach of the Benson Bunnies, looking for the school's first state championship in girls basketball. Larry?
All right, ready to go here in period number 3, 21-17.
You know, as both coaches talked about the defense, and we're going to see that probably continue here in that second half because they both seem to preach about defense.
Liveringhouse with a little turnaround off the glass. Bellevue West within 3 right away. Make it within 2, 21-19. And Kinetico with the steal. Up ahead to Maddie Brown. Brown can't get it to go. The foul will be on Benson. That will put Maddie Brown at the line. Second foul on Benson.
There was a look on the pass. That was a nice pass from Chloe there to Brown, looking ahead up the floor.
Cuts the lead to 1. We haven't seen a lot of three-point shooting out of Maddie Brown. If she gets hot, she's just an excellent all-around shooter, has a school record for three-point baskets in a season and a career. And this year she broke the season record for steals. She has yet to get going from outside the arc. And maybe partially because the defense of Benson as Perone takes a quick timeout there. Quick 30-second timeout by the Bunnies, all even at 21 each. Well, this is the state high school basketball girls championships. Don't forget to join us 1 week from today as NET Sports presents the 2014 NSAA Boys State Basketball Championships, live from right here at the Pinnacle Bank Arena in Lincoln. We'll have all 6 title games for you with all of the color and excitement of state tournament time, so please join us next Saturday for NSAA Boys Basketball right here on NET. Shot on the way is off. Ibis went hard after the rebound. Let's see if they got her for the foul. They did, so the foul called on Kiana Ibis. That'll be Ibis's first personal foul. All even. 1 minute into period number 3 at 21. A good defensive play by Ibis.
It was great defense there because they are going to look for Liveringhouse. I mean, right now she has 11 of the 21 points. So they're looking to get it inside there.
Shot off. There's Targi with it. Targi drives in off the glass. Good bucket by Julie Targi. Nice take for the senior from Bellevue West.
That puts Bellevue West ahead by 2, and the last time that they had the lead was the 4-2, when they were ahead 4-2, and that was at 5:54 in the first quarter.
Drive and a push down low. That will put Benson at the line to shoot 2. Arbrielle Benson, junior guard. Just a terrific athlete, all Metro caliber player. Considering UNO and Hastings, some other Division IIs, and some JUCOs interested as well. And Arbrielle Benson. Now back in for the Bunnies is Robinson. Second one good as well. She has 8.
And you know, we've talked about free throws right now. Benson is doing a nice job of shooting. They're 5 for 6, shooting 83% from the free throw line. And with that tough defense, that will probably come into play later on in the game with the fouls.
3 well off. Ibis lets it go out. Impressed with the job that Kenesha Plater is doing defensively on Maddie Brown. Maddie Brown, one of the top 3-point shooters for Bellevue West, has just not been able to get going. .23 all. And a push called on Emig. That's Emig's second personal foul. Thought about the 3, looked inside. Ibis is in there calling for it. Goes over the hand of Plater and out of bounds, and the turnover on the Thunderbirds. 23 all. 5:30 to go, period number 3. Let's see who's guarding Maddie Brown here. The job they're doing is Maddie sets the screen. And it is at the top of your screen there. Ibis with a nice job and a good steal. Here's Benson. Spin move by Benson and taken away by Maddie Brown, and then Benson commits the foul. That'll be Benson's second personal foul.
Yeah, that was going to be a nice move there by Benson as she was coming down, but Maddie Brown played some nice defense on her as well there.
Kinetico into the lane. Kick back out to Emmett. They're really, with Plater on Brown, they're really trying to post up Brown down low, but Plater doing a nice job of fighting through that.
Yeah, they really have. They tried that in the first half, you know, a little bit to post her up down there due to the size difference, but, you know, Plater's doing a very good job on defense.
Tico guarded by Montrese Weller. No shot, foul on the floor, block. Called on Weller before the shot. So Weller picks up the foul. That's her third personal foul.
You know, a little different this game than the other games we have seen is, as you mentioned, we don't have very many threes. I mean, even if they're open on the outside, they're doing a lot of driving to the basket and looking for those shots instead.
Here's Brown, kicks it outside. Thought about it. Dyke with it, tries inside. Off the hand of Robinson, or make it Benson, off the hand of Benson. Now the officials will discuss to see if it went off the hand of Arbrielle Benson as Weller takes a seat. And they say no touch. So one more look at it.
There's a look as they try to pass it inside there, and I don't think anybody touched it. I think it went straight, you know, bounced and went out of bounds.
Good call
by the ref.
There's Brown. Maddie Brown with the steal, drives in, and she's fouled by Benson, and that'll be the third personal foul on Benson. That will put Maddie Brown at the line. Maddie Brown averages 14 a game. Has 2 points tonight. Both of those from the free throw line. And now 3. He's 3 for 3 from the line. Back in is Julie Targhee for Bellevue West. Livinghouse also re-entering for the Thunderbirds.
You know, Livinghouse has those 3 fouls right now. And Kench is in there. You would think now that Benson's going to try to, you know, push it inside to Kench and try to have Livinghouse foul.
25-23, Bellevue West in the lead. Halfway through the third period.
When we transform Nebraska corn into ethanol, it doesn't disappear from the food supply. It just takes a little detour. Ethanol is made from the starch. The rest of the corn becomes livestock feed to create meat and dairy products, corn oil, sweetener, and other food ingredients, and maybe a little carbon dioxide to make your soft drinks fizzy. Homegrown ethanol helps satisfy America's hunger for energy and the world's appetite for feed and food. Nebraska's family corn farmers, sustaining innovation.
What should you do if you see an emergency vehicle while you're driving through a roundabout? Traffic in the roundabout should not stop. Signal your turn to the right when you exit the roundabout. Exit the roundabout before pulling over to allow an emergency vehicle to pass. Please, for more information, visit the website.
Back to Pinnacle Bank Arena. T-Birds happy about that 2-point lead against Omaha Benson here. 3:53 to go in this Class A state championship game.
You know, I think that's only about the 3rd time in the game that Bellevue West has taken the lead this whole game. And so, as John Perone said, he wants them to stay tough and also to stay steady.
Feed inside. That goes off glass. Good bucket by Ibis. Back to even at 25 each. Long three. Off by Brown. That's what we've been waiting to see is Brown going to get or create a shot for herself? That's the first three-pointer that Brown has taken. Off the hands of Ibis. It will stay with the Thunderbirds. Akinatico back in. One more look here. Yep. It looked like it was off. It will be with Benson's ball. I thought maybe it went off Ibis's hand. Back into Ibis, guarded by Akinatico on the turnover.
And there's that pressure defense, and both teams are, the whole game have put the pressure on the defense.
Nice
Good
pass inside. Good hands by Liveringhouse to tip it back to herself and get the bucket. We're really seeing a nice defensive effort by each team. Akinatico on Ibis. All over her right here. As you can see, Ibis trying to back her down. Foul on the floor, called on Akinatico before the shot. But then at the other end of the floor, nice job that Plater is doing on Maddie Brown.
As you look at it, Bellevue West has been in 4 of the last finals, so they've been in this kind of a situation before. They've been around these close games. As well, Benson has been in some close games this season, in their schedule.
Boy, that's a pretty little move. Called for the travel is Sabrina Kench. She has good moves down low. Gets good defensive position, stays low, has a quick spin move, goes both directions with her hand. Very solid by Sabrina Kench, who just pulled down the rebound. Kicked outside, 3 on the way by Kafia Nelson. Kafia Nelson with the three-pointer. That's her first points of the game, and extends, gives Benson back the lead at 28-27. 3 by Targi the other way. Julie Targi answers. Let's see if this opens up the offense a little bit on both ends. Here, 1:30 to go in the third. 30-28, Thunderbirds on top.
And as we said, the first half, we didn't see very many threes. This half now, both teams are 1 for 3 from the threes.
Inadvertent foul, but a foul nonetheless on Sabrina Kench. Here's one more look at that 3 by Kafia Nelson. And then back the other way, Julie Targi.
And Kanisha Plater, she doesn't take very many shots, but she does a nice job of creating shots for the others on the outside.
Liveringhouse can't get that to go. Nice move by Liveringhouse. And a charge called on Kafia Nelson. Kafia Nelson picks up her first personal foul. You saw that elbow extend, that arm extend.
Well, and now, now they're going to be in the bonus. That's the 7th foul. Not going to shoot on the that kind of a foul there, but that could make a difference as well as they're shooting good free throws.
Good opportunity there, but Akinatico a bit too far into the basket, could not finish. Plater kicks out to Kafia Nelson. Now Plater with it herself. Pushes outside, Askew with the shot. Askew can't get it to go. And a travel.
That was an unfortunate turnover there because that was great hustle by Liveringhouse to go after and get that ball and put it back into play.
Pibby Dye into the game now for Bellevue West. Liveringhouse will take a seat.
Yeah, I think Mark Kruger wants her to sit here so she doesn't pick up that fourth foul before the fourth quarter.
Ibis closely guarded. Kinetico on her. Here's Plater. Drives in. Plater, strong bucket. Strong move and ties it up at 30. 7 to go here in this third period. Clock ticking down. Brown tosses inside and at the buzzer. Put back by Pimmy Dyke. And the bucket by Pimmy Dyke in Bellevue West gives them a 2-point advantage as we head to period number 3. Here's the last drive and bucket by Kenesha Plater. That evened it at 30. Bellevue West answered and leads by 2.
Participating in Nebraska high school activities has taught me about teamwork.
I've learned how to lead among my peers.
At my high school, I have set goals and I work hard to accomplish them.
I like to run on my cross country team. It makes me feel good about myself.
Thank you, Nebraska, for your support of the Nebraska School Activities Association.
Ever wish your bank were right at your fingertips?
Hey, honey, thanks for depositing that check for me today. Love you.
Love you too.
Love you more.
I love you way more.
You're the best.
You're way better.
You're my Huggy Bear.
In branch, online, on your iPad, iPhone, Android, or BlackBerry, U.S. Bank is there when you need us.
8 minutes game clock from right now. We will have crowned a Class A state champ, more than likely. Although, who knows, as tight as this been, we could go extra.
It could, because now the third quarter, you know, they were even. They both had scored 7 in that quarter. So things are very even, you know, defensively, you know, rebounds, all the different things. It's a great matchup. And as you look at when these two teams played before, it was a 3-point game each time that each one gave the other team a loss.
Maddie Brown goes strong off of the steal. Extends that to a 4-point Thunderbird lead. Bellevue West now just can't get it, let it get too far away. Oh, that's a good move, little up and under, but couldn't get it to fall. Montrese Weller with the nice drive, and boy, that was a unfortunate set of collisions.
Collision over there.
Yeah. Here's one more look. Tipped away by Katie Immig on the steal, ahead to Brown, who puts it off glass and gets the bucket.
You know, as you can tell, Liveringhouse, she's just kind of hanging out in the lane there, waiting, you know, for that lob or anything into Ibis.
Another turnover. Brown again goes strong to the basket, and she's fouled, and Brown will go back to the line where she is 4 for 4 in the game. Looking to extend on that 4-point lead is coming in late as Kenesha Plater with the foul. Now make it 5 for 5. Back in is Kylie Askew. Also in the game is Monica Robinson. Phil Nelson will take a break. (35-30). Early on here in period number 4. We've said third time this year these two teams have met. Both teams have won once. Brown has gotten loose on a couple of different breakaways, and she couldn't finish that one, and now the other way. Here's Kylie Askew, and Askew can't finish. The other way now, Immig. Brown with the 3 is off. Targi with the rebound. Targi will look to reset, and a travel called on Julie Targi.
Wow, there's lots of up and down there. Keep at this pace. We got a long ways to go here in the fourth quarter. Don't forget also, you know, right now, Bellevue West on the next foul that Benson commits, they're going to be in, you know, the one-on-one here the whole fourth quarter.
Left-handed dribble. Brown anticipated well. This is the fourth time we've seen her out of the break and lays it in. Went to the line twice, missed the layup and made that one. And a quick timeout called by John Perone as that lead for Bellevue West has extended to 7, 37-30.
Yeah, and this is a great steal by Maddie Brown because right now they're on a 7-0 run. Bellevue West is since we started the quarter here. So, you know, a great little run with them, keeping in on their defense. Both teams playing tough defense, but Bellevue West connecting on any time that they Benson commits that turnover will make a big difference here in this game.
5:58 to go, 37-30. Bellevue West on top. There's a look at the Bellevue West fans. Excited to be here back in the state championship. Of course, Bellevue West finishing second last year. They were the runner-up to Lincoln Southeast.
You know, as you look at the scoring, it really is pretty even on both teams, but Maddie Brown has done a great job here the second half of, you know, kicking things up, getting some defensive plays and creating some shots for herself.
Robinson drives in, nobody was on her. Rebound to Prater, she restarts it. Now back to Robinson. Robinson inside, she'll get the bucket.
That was a good takeover, Liveringhouse. Liveringhouse didn't have a whole lot she could do. She has 3 fouls at this point.
Boy, an important bucket there after Bellevue West had gone on a 7-0 run. Good timeout by John Perone to draw that up and get the bucket for the Bunnies. Good defensive play, all ball on the shot. Here's Liveringhouse now as they'll reset. Brown continues to wrap around the screens, and nice job by Plater to keep fighting through them, and then we get a foul down low. That'll be on Robinson. Here's one more look.
A good pass in there to Chloe as she takes it up strong, and really Bellevue West just trying to be patient right now, maybe run a little bit of time off that clock in the last quarter.
Janatico with the free throw off. No real foul trouble to speak of yet. Weller with 3, she's in the game. Liveringhouse with 3, and she is in the game. Liveringhouse with the rebound, goes back up strong. Can't get it to go, and then a foul from behind will be called on Anna Dolzal. Dolzal's second foul coming up right there.
Yeah, those are a couple of tough shots there for Bellevue West to miss those 2 free throws. Liveringhouse gets a great rebound not to connect on those. Those are the ones that Mark Kruger needs them to connect on at this point.
Inside with the left hand, doesn't get it to go.
Good look on the rebound by Ibis as she takes it up strong. You know, Chloe from Bellevue West, she's played some great defense on Ibis because right now Ibis has 5 points in the game. She's 2 for 7, and now she is 2 for 3 from the free throw line as well.
Ibis with 6 now. Benson leads Omaha Benson with 8. The second one from Ibis is good. She now has 7. Good hustle by Plater. Anticipating the inbound pass to Brown.
There's that defensive play by Plater.
Liveringhouse will bring it up. Both teams really starting to pick up the pace and the defense all over Liveringhouse. Bellevue West with the ball, up by 3. Inside 4.5. Lob inside, taken away. Ibis, great break. Robinson out in front. Monica Robinson with the lay-in. Good outlet pass by Ibis to start it all. 37-36. Good take by Akinatico. Open it back up to 3. Inside 4 minutes to go in the state championship in Class A. Bellevue West on top by 3. Bellevue West looking for its first state championship since 2010. Benson looking for its first ever state championship, and what a shot by Kylie Askew. Askew with the big 3. We're all even now at 39.
And Benson picking it up on offense now. They are on a 9-2 run over Bellevue West at this point.
Bunny crowd on their feet, calling for defense. Liveringhouse with it, guarded by Ibis. Liveringhouse takes it strong. Ibis with the block. Liveringhouse back up, can't get it to go. Rebound to the Bunnies, they're on the break again. Here's Askew out in front. Bunnies back in front, 41-39. Loose ball picked up by Benson. After scoring the bucket, Robinson hustles back, gets the loose ball.
And now Benson's going to look for a good shot. They got the 2-point lead at this point with 2:33 left in the game.
41-39. 2:20 to go. Plater closely guarded. Right there with her is Julie Targi, one of the best defenders on this Bellevue West team. And called for the foul, and that will put Plater at the her at the line. Not yet. That's just the 6th team foul against Bellevue West. So they had one to give. Next team foul committed by Bellevue West will put the Bunnies in the 1-1. Timeout called by Mark Kruger. Down by 2, 2:07 to go.
Boy, I think we're at about the same thing that they had in the regular season between these two teams. About the same, margin of points here. Also, going into the last 2 minutes, both teams are going to get after it defensively. And then now we're going to go down to free throws, because now both teams are going to be, in the 1-on-1 or 2-shot foul, or 2 shots here for the last 2 minutes of the game.
Not sure if you've heard about this, but there's this NET virtual learning library, which is really fascinating. From pre-K to high school, NET has a free virtual learning library. It's your one-stop digital source for learning. It doesn't matter whether you're a teacher, a student, a parent, or anyone else who just loves to learn. You'll find, get this, 35,000 digital resources right at your fingertips. And it's available at net.pbslearningmedia.org. Go check it out. (41-39), 2:07 to go. Five-second call on the inbounds pass. So out of that timeout, Coach Mark Kruger told his team to buckle down and deny, and they did. Forced the 5-second call on the inbound pass. Hemming with it up top. Benson by 2. Akinatico hands it off to Liveringhouse. Ibis is on her. Now inside to Akinatico. Montrese Weller was on her, and a foul down low. That's going to be called on Benson. That will be the 10th team foul on Benson, and that puts Bellevue West in the double bonus. So Maddie Brown will step to the line to shoot 2.
And Maddie Brown right now is 5 for 6 from the free throw line.
Sent that a little short, but got the roll. And this now to tie it with 1:43 to go. Got it. (41-41). Plater with it up top. Plater looking to work off the screen by Robinson. Not there. Now the screen by Ibis. Plater kicks it outside. Weller with the 3. Off. Rebound. Robinson kicks it back up to Plater. They'll reset another chance. Good drive by Askew. She's fouled. Kylie Askew, the 5'6" senior guard, who averages 2 a game, will go to the line to try to give Benson the lead.
There's another look at that drive by Askew. A good drive in there. Looking to get that shot, hoping probably to make that a 3-point play.
That's good. Emig picked up the foul. That's her 3rd personal. 1:14 to go. Askew again. (42-41). 1:05 left. Liveringhouse picked up her dribble. Brown driving on Plater. Kicks it back out. Liveringhouse blocked. Kicked away Akinatico. What a great defensive play by Akinatico to grab the loose ball. Montrese Weller fouls her. Watch one more time. Loose ball, slapped away. Akinatico picked it up, and then the foul on Weller will put Akinatico at the line to shoot 2. That is 4 fouls, by the way, on Montrese Weller. That rattles out. Bellevue West still down 1. 56 to go. Deep breath by Chloe Akinatico. Second one, got it. We may be headed to overtime here. 56 seconds left, and what better way to do this than extra innings in a state championship game?
Well, I guess, you know, if it had to come down to it, it's a good place to come down to it right here.
Last 3 buckets we're going to take a look at by Benson. This on the break ahead to Monica Robinson. Then a kick outside to Askew. And then on the break goes Plater ahead to Askew again. And you talk about getting help from unsung heroes. That's what Benson is doing right now. Ibis, Weller, Kinch, they're big guns. Instead, they're getting it from places they typically don't see. Askew averages 2 points a game. Plater with 3 a game. Monica Robinson with 4 a game. That's thanks in large part to the job that Chloe Akinatico is doing on Kiana Ibis defensively. You know, you might want to grab a DVD of this one. In fact, if you're wondering how you can get a DVD, why don't you just give us a call, 800-868-1868. Get a copy of this year's Class A State Championship DVD. Once again, the number 800-868-1868. You can pick up a DVD of this or any of our state high school championship games. 56 seconds to go. Let's go over to Andy. He was in that Benson huddle. Andy Kendi.
Yeah, Larry, you know, I was listening to John Perone and his pep talk to his kids, and he was telling the Bunnies to keep their options open, but the big message was keeping on an even keel, which really has been a theme for the Bunnies all year long. Never get too high, never get too low. Don't let the moment overwhelm you. And then up to this point, it certainly hasn't for a team that's never been to the state championship game, let alone win one, and they're in the position to do so.
So Bellevue West trying to double team Kiana Ibis up the floor as she brought it up, and the foul called on Akin Atiko. And that gives Akin Atiko 3 fouls now with just 53 seconds to go. More importantly, it puts Ibis at the line to shoot 1 and 1. She made the first, and now here is the second, and that rattles home as well. So Benson with a 2-point advantage now. And a quick timeout called by Mark Kruger. Kruger will take the full timeout. Kruger with 2 timeouts left. Benson with 2 as well. So plenty of time to go here with 52.6 left. Bellevue West down by 2. And Drew, what are you saying here in this huddle if you're Mark Kruger?
Well, you know, first of all, they got to take care of the ball because you know it's going to be a tough man-to-man pressure, especially, you know, with Kanisha up there on the point guard. And then once you get down here, you know, look for a good shot. Work it around. Look probably inside to Livering House, trying to get, you know, the shot that they want on the inside. But the main key is probably, you know, taking care of the ball. And as you talked earlier, you know, Benson has had some players come off the bench, and when you look at it, it's 18-2 on bench points. So Benson's had some players really step up and make some points here, especially in this 4th quarter, to make a difference for Benson.
Might also want to mention in terms of women's basketball around the state of Nebraska, in case you haven't heard, the Huskers winning today over Michigan State in the semifinals of the Big Ten tournament. Actually pounded Michigan State 86-58. That means that Nebraska will play Iowa for the Big Ten title tomorrow. Let's go over to Andy. He was in the other huddle.
Larry, you look for Livering House down low, but the big point by Mark Kruger was to be aggressive. Don't wait for it. Take it.
And the turnover, but right back to Emig. Oh, what a big near turnover by Bellevue West with 35 to go. Akin Atiko drives in, and a foul called on Robinson. That will put Akin Atiko at the line shooting 2. That was an aggressive move by Akin Atiko.
You know, it was good defense by Weller there. She was going for that steal there, and then Imus came up with a great play right into Chloe. You know, right now, as we've talked about before, free throws are a big key. Right now, Bellevue West is 10 for 17. They're 58%, whereas Omaha Benson is 10 for 12 at 83%.
That one you could tell she didn't even think about it, just stepped up and knocked it down. A foul called on Julie Targhee. That will put Kanisha Plater at the line with 32.9 to go. Plater at the line, up by 1. It will be a 1-possession game when Bellevue West gets this. First one by Plater is good.
That's a big free throw there by Plater to step up there, and this will be even a bigger one if she can put them ahead by 3.
There's the second by Plater. High off, but it's a 2-point game. 30 seconds to go. Kruger calls a timeout. 45-43, 26.4 to go. Mark Kruger will take a timeout and draw it up and see what he can get for his Thunderbirds. 26-2 on the year. Bunnies 25-2. Omaha Benson's 2 losses. Coming to Bellevue West 58-56. But they also beat Bellevue West later in the year. Lost the first time in overtime. And their other loss was the following night to Omaha Northwest, 58-46. So maybe a bit of a hangover for the Bunnies after losing their first game to Bellevue West.
Yeah, you know, and Mark Kruger talked about that their losses to Millard West, who they beat them yesterday in the semis, and also to Benson. So he felt like after, you know, having these 2 losses, it's really made them a better overall team. whether it be on the offense or defensive end. And, you know, one of the things is we were talking the last time is Liveringhouse getting the ball inside. You know, the other thing that may happen, though, is Brown getting it, because she right now is 7 for 8 from the free throw line, where Liveringhouse has not shot a free throw.
Let's quickly go over to Andy.
Try to set up Maddie Brown for a 3 here and go for the win. We'll see if it's there.
Liveringhouse has it. Targi looking there, not letting Maddie Brown open. Liveringhouse drives in. Boy, what is blocked by Ibis. Shot no good. A rebound. And a foul called on Liveringhouse with 10.6 to go. And the Benson crowd on their feet. Maddie Brown was working hard, trying to find room, trying to find an open space. And Kanisha Plater was wrapped around her. All over, I don't mean literally, guarding her very well. So still a one-possession game because of the missed front end of the two. So Monica Robinson with a chance to make it a 3-point game, but first a timeout called again by Mark Kruger. I see Andy Kindy once again sneaking quietly close to a huddle.
You know, the one thing is they still have plenty of time. 10.6, you know, at this point, they're probably looking at, are they going to get a 3 to Brown? They're going to get a 2. They also have another timeout that they can call as well to get a past half court and then call a timeout from there, depending on what happens here on the free throw as well, you know, what kind of play they need.
Omaha Benson has been ranked #1 the final 5 weeks of the season. During that time, they won a district title, won 17 in a row. And now need this to make it a 3-point game. Got it. Watch Bellevue West to look for that 3. 9 seconds, 8, 7, Brown, 3's on the way, off. Rebound high into the air, pulled down by Benson, and the foul. That'll put Benson at the line with a 3-point advantage, and the Bunnies are starting to feel it.
Yeah, they are. You know, one of the other big plays is Kiana Ibis on the block shots. At the beginning of the game, she had some great block shots, and just down here, right before the last free throw, she had a great block shot on Kate Liveringhouse.
Free throw is off, not done yet. Needs a make here, and that will do it.
You can see at half court that Benson knows who they're trying to guard on that 3 is Brown.
Second one on the way, that will do it. So Bellevue West will inbound, they'll take the shot, but it's not gonna be enough. And Omaha Benson has won its first ever girls basketball state championship. The tears of joy from Kiana Ibis and the rest of the Benson Bunnies. Tears of a different sort coming from Bellevue West.
Yeah, that's a great win for Benson to get that, you know, the state title for themselves, but it was a back and forth battle that whole time. One going up, one coming back with it. Both teams played a great defensive game throughout the whole game.
Congratulations to the Bunnies of Omaha Benson.
Hey Mom, I need to talk to you about something. You took me on campus visits and helped me with college applications, but there's still something we haven't done yet. It's time to complete the FAFSA so I can get financial aid. I know you've been stressed out about this, but don't worry. Education Quest has tons of resources on their website to make the process really easy. You guys have been there for me every step of the way. Just returning the favor.
Get help with your FAFSA at educationquest.org.
When you've been around for more than a century, you understand the power of generations, the value of nurturing and developing those who will carry on the legacy of agriculture and food production. That's why the Aurora Cooperative helps young people gain the experience, expertise, and wisdom to feed the world, be good stewards, become responsible community leaders, and continue setting the example for the generations that follow. The Aurora Cooperative, growing opportunities.
Coverage of the NSAA Girls High School Basketball Championships on NET is made possible in part by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Nebraska, by U.S. Bank, and by Education Quest Foundation. A big thank you to our sponsors who help us bring you the NSAA Basketball Championships on NET. We couldn't do it without your support. Back at the Pinnacle Bank Arena, Larry Putney along with Trudy Nolan. I suppose Andy Kindy's around here somewhere too. We've got trophy and medal presentations coming your way. What an exciting time for Omaha Benson as they win the school's first ever Girls State Basketball Championship. Before the trophy and medal presentations, we have another special presentation, our Sportsmanship Award. For that, let's go to Doc Whiting.
The Nebraska School Activities Association, the Nebraska Coaches Association, and the Nebraska Athletic Administrators Association are proud to support positive sportsmanship during the state championships and throughout the season. At this time, we are pleased to present the Sportsmanship Award for Class A. The trophy is graciously donated by Awards Unlimited. The sportsmanship program is underwritten by the Nebraska Independent College Foundation. Making the presentation are Keith Muller, Athletic Director at Wilber-Clatonia, representing the Nebraska Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association, Jim Lemaster, Nebraska Coaches Association President from Adams Central, and the Honorable Governor of Nebraska, Dave Heineman. The Class A Sportsmanship Award winner is Bellevue West High School. Accepting our Athletic Director, Kevin Broderick, and Thunderbird students. Congratulations, Bellevue West High School. And now, the Nebraska School Activities Association is honored to have medals and trophies for both of these outstanding teams. Presentations will be made by NSAA Executive Director Rhonda Blanford Green and Board of Directors Dr. Jerry Bartee from the Omaha Public Schools, Wendy Hendricks from Lincoln East, and U.S. Bank Representative Alyssa Chandler. Here are the awards for Class A runner-up, Bellevue West High School. Will head coach Mark Kruger and your assistants please step toward the middle of the court to present the silver medals to each team member. Players, as your name is called, please come forward to receive your medal. Number 5, Allison Tichy. Number 11, Anna Dolzall. Number 12, Mia Felici. Number 20, Brianne Inselman. Number 23, Pimmy Dye. Number 24, Kaylee Dotzler. Number 42, Courtney Moorhead. Number 44, Kiana Mays. Number 50, Kylie Spurgeon. Number 3, Katie Emig. Number 14, Maddie Brown. Number 15, Julie Targi. Number 45, Chloe Akin Otiko. Number 55, Kate Liveringhouse. And now, all of you are welcome to receive the runner-up trophy for your school. Congratulations, Bellevue West High School. champions of Omaha Benson High School. First, head coach John Perrone, we have a special award for you. Now, coach, hand out the gold medals to your championship team members. Number 3, Tiana Bry. Number 5, Kylie Eskew. Number 14, Monica Robinson. Number 24, Nicole Howard. Number 33, Nautica Valentine. Number 34, Octavia McGraw. Number 42, Kia Kirby. Number 44, Sabrina Kerr. Number 50, Tia Warren. Number 1, Tashiana Cofield Nelson. Number 10, Kanisha Plater. Number 15, Abriel Benson. Number 23, Kiana Ibas. Number 32, Montrese Weller. Now presenting the team championship game ball from Farmers Mutual Insurance, Senior Vice President of Underwriting and Actuarial Services, Travis Lebo, to head coach John Perrone. And now, for these outstanding athletes and their school, here's the 2014 Class A NSAA Basketball Championship Trophy. Congratulations, Omaha Benson High School.
And congratulations one more time to Omaha Benson. First time those ladies have ever hoisted a state basketball championship at Benson. Thanking their crowd. What an exciting moment for that school. And now with the losing coach, let's go backstage with Andy Kinder.
Thanks, Larry. I'm here with head coach Mark Kruger of Bellevue West. Unfortunately, in great games like this, there's a winner and then there's a team that doesn't win. Man, what a great high school girls basketball game. What's your takeaway from just this game alone?
It was just two really good teams, and they just, both teams left it all out on the floor. I can't ask my girls to do anything differently. They gave it everything they had, and it's a crazy game. And you give credit to Benson. They're really solid. They guard, and congratulations to them. They beat us today.
You told me yesterday that this was going to be a knockdown, drag out, and I said, hey, maybe the first one to 55 wins, and we didn't even get to 50. That just says great defense on both clubs.
Oh, absolutely. I think I told you last night that these were the best two defensive teams in the state. I mean, it was hardcore man-to-man. I mean, just get after it, and we know each other so well, the teams, and we know what each other are going to run, and they do a good job of taking away kids' strengths, and I think we do too. And so it just kind of comes down to who makes plays when, and they made a couple plays late, and like I said, credit goes to them.
You have an incredible group of seniors. What do you tell them as they depart?
I don't know. I don't know what to tell them, other than that they've done everything we've ever asked them and more, and I wish we could have got this one for them. But they can leave here knowing that they did everything they could.
Coach, congratulations. You still had a great year, 26-3, sixth year out of the last 8, the T-Birds in the championship game. Unfortunately, they come up one step short, Larry.
All right, thanks very much, Andy. And you could see an emotional interview for Mark Kruger as he thought about his seniors. But congratulations to those ladies right there who win a state championship and what that must feel like after being knocked out last year by this Bellevue West team.
Over the years, the Nebraska Chiropractic Physicians Association has supported many Nebraska athletes by helping them excel physically. But the mental game is just as important. That's why we're pleased to sponsor the NSAA Academic All-State Award Program, recognizing students and athletes who shine in the classroom and as leaders. We're proud to team up with these exceptional individuals. Together we can continue to make Nebraska a great place to live, learn, and play.
Constellation believes in developing the next generation of Nebraska leaders, and we show that support by contributing to 4-H and FFA in the 60 Nebraska counties we serve. Nearly $50,000 over the past 2 years alone. Constellation provides natural gas for Nebraska homes, farms, ranches, and businesses. Through our support for 4-H and FFA, we're providing energy for Nebraska's future as well. Natural gas from Constellation.
Whether it's spring planting, fall harvesting, or just a drive across the state, soy biodiesel helps a diesel-powered engine operate in a demanding job. Soybean oil from Nebraska soybeans makes biodiesel a renewable fuel that's also environmentally responsible. The soybean checkoff plays a major role in supporting the use and availability of biodiesel. The Nebraska Soybean Board, growing opportunity from the ground up.
Coverage of the NSAA Girls High School Basketball Championships on NET is made possible in part by the Nebraska Soybean Board, NPPD, Nebraska Public Power District, the Nebraska Corn Board, Constellation, Nebraska Department of Roads, and by Aurora Cooperative. A big thank you to all of our sponsors who help us bring you the NSAA Basketball Championships on NET. We couldn't do it without your support. We are back at the Pinnacle Bank Arena. Omaha Benson comes out on top 47-43 in an exciting state championship game in Class A. Bunnies take home that school's first ever state title. Let's take a look at the final statistics of the game, and up and down it just speaks of defense. And you look at Benson's bench points, that was huge. Second chance points, they had an advantage. Just those small advantages make a difference in a tight defensive-minded game.
Yeah, they really do. You know, some of the other ones are pretty close. Their field goals are close. Free throws are pretty close. The other one, Larry, is the blocks, because at the end, you know, Kiana Ibis had a crucial block on Kate Liveringhouse that they then, you know, got the foul and then were able to make one of the 2 free throws. So those bottom 3, I think, made a huge change for Omaha Benson, especially the bench points. You know, they had some players come in and really step up when they're looking always at, you know, Ibis or Weller, you know, any of those, that they have other people that are coming in off the bench to fill in for those that aren't just in the flow of the game. And most of it was because of defense, because Chloe, you know, was playing great defense on Ibis.
So that's a look at the final stats. Once again, Omaha Benson, your state champions. When we come back, we will hear from the Benson head coach, John Perrone, on his school's first ever title.
Growing more with less is the mantra of Nebraska's corn farmers, and they're using incredible technology to do it. Soil moisture monitors let them know when their crop needs water and how much. GPS systems eliminate overlaps in the field, saving fuel and money. New hybrids reduce the use of pesticides and increase yields. When you're talking new technology and innovation, Nebraska corn farmers are all ears. Nebraska's family corn farmers, sustaining innovation.
A few roundabout rules to remember. When you see the roundabout sign, slow down. Yield at the entrance, watching for other motorists and pedestrians. Roundabout traffic moves from left to right. Don't stop in the roundabout. Signal before you exit and then exit right. Roundabouts are easy to use and safer than a traditional 4-way intersection, especially if you follow a few simple roundabout rules.
It's the year of the Bunnies, the Omaha Benson Bunnies. They, for the first time in school history, are your Class A girls basketball state champions. Hello again, everybody. Andy Kendi, along with the head coach, the happy head coach, John Perrone. Let's talk about just the magnitude of this achievement for not only the team, but Omaha Benson as a school.
First of all, the girls deserve every minute of this, every moment that they've taken and every minute that they've deserved from practice at 6:30 in the morning and working over a course of time for us. Second of all, representing the community the way our kids do, especially at Benson High School and in the neighborhood, and what we're trying to do in the building at Benson is unbelievable, because you don't always have good basketball players and great kids, and we have a combination of both. So this thing is hugely deserved by them.
When you think about the journey that this team went through, what's going through your head right now, knowing that you achieved the ultimate goal?
You know, I think you have to fight through adversity. I think if that's injuries or if that's any team chemistry issues or anything that comes in the way of your group, I think that's the biggest thing with our kids. If they have confidence and if they fight adversity, which we've had some injuries and we've had those situations where we've had some bonding problems and some little things, and these kids took care of it. And we talked about that. Just be steady all the time and do your job, and we did that. And fighting through that adversity is huge for us. And you saw that in the fourth quarter. We ended up doing that.
Microcosm of the season, especially with bench points and defense. Talk about defense, because you guys really turned it up when you had to.
With the looks that we get, now this was a clean look because Bellevue West's philosophy is man-to-man, hard-nosed, and tough, and give credit to them. They're an unbelievable team and well coached by Mark Kruger, who's a good friend of mine, and that program's amazing. But we had to guard defensively all tournament because we don't know the looks we're going to get defensively from them. So we thought about guarding. Let's be tough. Let's show some pride. Okay, and let's believe in ourselves. And those three things went a long way for us this weekend.
When you think about the big picture and what this can do moving forward, what do you think about?
I just think it gives pride into the community. I think it gives pride into the school. I think there's a lot of negative stereotypes out there about our kids and about Benson. I think that changes that because they do a beautiful job for us. And that's the microcosm is a perfect example. On the floor, if you watch our kids, they work hard, they defend for us, and then they play the right way. And those are the things we've taught for 7 years at Benson. And I think it goes a long way for our high school and a long way for this team that is awesome.
This could be one of those watershed moments for this program and the school. Coach, congratulations on a great, great victory. The Omaha Benson Bunnies are your Class A state champions, and we'll hear from a couple of those Bunnies, those champions, coming up straight ahead.
When you've been around for more than a century, you understand the power of generations, the value of nurturing and developing those who will carry on the legacy of agriculture and food production. That's why the Aurora Cooperative helps young people gain the experience, expertise, and wisdom to feed the world, be good stewards, become responsible community leaders, and continue setting the example for the generations that follow. The Aurora Cooperative, growing opportunities.
Participating in Nebraska high school activities has taught me about teamwork.
I've learned how to lead among my peers.
At my high school, I have set goals and I work hard to accomplish them.
I like to run on my cross country team. It makes me feel good about myself.
Thank you, Nebraska, for your support of the Nebraska School Activities Association.
Welcome back to the Pinnacle Bank Arena. Omaha Benson 47, Bellevue West 43 in the Class A state championship game here with the state champion Bunnies. Let's talk to Kiana Ibis, the junior. Man, what a great game tonight. What are you thinking right now? What's going through your head?
A lot is going through my head. I mean, I am so excited. My team is so excited. We really deserve this, and I'm just glad we pulled it off, and I'm glad we're state champions.
To do this for your team and for your school, big picture-wise, what does this mean?
This means a lot. I mean, it brings a lot of positivity to our school, and that's all that matters.
Well, we were looking at a couple of highlights. What was the key? You had a handful of blocks tonight, kind of a microcosm of your season. How important was defense tonight?
Defense was really important. I mean, they're a great offensive team, and we just needed to stop their main players. So that was the key.
What do you do to celebrate?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. All right. Let's pass the trophy along to Kanisha Plater, the junior. What's going on? You're the smallest girl on the court with the biggest heart. That was a fantastic game. A couple of great moves by you. What's going through your head right now?
A lot. Very nervous.
Oh, come on. This is no nerve-wracking. You just played in front of thousands of people. This is easy. What are you doing? Come on. Talk to me. What are you thinking right now? How cool is it that you are the state champion?
Good, because we work very hard for this. All the morning practices, we always work together, and we play hard defense.
And you do it with some of your best friends.
Yes.
Tell me about that. Tell me the journey about what brought you here. Why did you win the state championship?
because we work together and we work very hard, and I think we deserve it.
Do you think that maybe the Benson doesn't get the respect it deserves over the years, and maybe this will change some things?
Yes, it will change a lot because we never get the respect that we earn. That we deserve.
Well, congratulations. Now you're a state champion, and nobody can take that away from you. But you're going to have to give that away to your teammate, Monica Robinson, the senior. Monica, talk to me as a senior. I mean, you've seen this team grow, and now you're leaving as a state champion. How does that feel?
Wonderful. It feels amazing.
What was the biggest difference tonight in the game?
We kept fighting. We didn't give up. Adversity struck us. You know, we had a couple moments in the game where we had bad moments, but then we fought through it and kept our heads.
You know, Coach, I've seen Coach before. He does this motion with his hand where he kind of, one of these, even keel motion. What does that mean?
It means keep the attitude, keep calm, don't try to rush it or get your heartbeat, keep a good pace.
Now, knowing what you know and having gone through what you've gone through, how do you leave this program moving forward, and what great heights do you see going forward as well in the Benson program now that you are state champions?
I see it as a movement into a new beginning. Benson, we have a lot of positivity coming towards us, and it's just the start of it.
Hey, congratulations. Celebrate tonight. Congratulations. The Omaha Benson Bunnies are your Class A state champions, 47-43 for the first time in school history. The Bunnies are your state champs.
Programming on NET television is provided in part by the Dr. Tom and Dorothy Hallstrom Inspire Nebraska Athletics Endowment.
When something's difficult, like defying gravity or navigating the new healthcare law, why face it alone? Call or visit us at the Blue Store at nebraskablue.com. Ask Blue your questions like, what's required? And can I get help paying for it? Then rely on Blue to help you navigate the system. Most Nebraskans are required to have health insurance or face penalties. Time is almost up. Get what you need. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Nebraska.
Behind your outlet are more than 6,000 public power employees working tirelessly to generate and deliver safe, affordable, reliable electricity 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. Since they are customer owners themselves, you can count on them to have your best interests and those of the community they serve at heart. Neighbors serving neighbors. That's public power.
The men and women who helped tame the West were larger-than-life Americans, rebels, pioneers, and icons of the frontier culture. Join me as we step into the past with America's Wild West.
Wednesday night at 8:30 Central Time on NET1.
This isn't Madison Square Garden. These drills probably won't make anyone a #1 draft pick. But these players are practicing for something important. While they work on their jump shots, they're also learning teamwork, discipline, self-confidence, how to deal with wins and losses. Skills that will make them winners long after they leave the court. Support high school activities in your community, because when kids take part, they get set for life.
Watch the NSAA Boys State High School Basketball Championship Saturday, March 15th, beginning at 9 a.m. Central and continuing throughout the day. There's action in all classes. Visit netnebraska.org for times. Live streaming is available at the NET Nebraska website and on the new NET Nebraska app. Coverage of the NSAA Girls High School Basketball Championships on NET is made possible in part by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Nebraska, by U.S. Bank, and by Education Quest Foundation. A big thank you to our sponsors who help us bring you the NSAA Basketball Championships on NET. We couldn't do it without your support. We are back at the Pinnacle Bank Arena, new home of the Girls State Basketball Championships, and there is a new champion in Class A. Omaha Benson, as we said, winning it for the first time ever, new state champs, and you can tell in the excitement how much it means to that school and that community.
You really could. And the other thing you can tell is, you know, John Perone has a lot of influence on those girls and is doing a great job there. You know, the girls are talking about adversity, attitude, a movement into a new beginning.
Right.
All those kind of quotes sound like they're coming straight from their coach. And so that just means they really believe in their coach, which John then is starting to really build a program, and he is influencing them that this is the beginning to a new movement here at Benson High School. And what a great reward for them to come out with the first state title for Benson High School.
One of the other things he's really got them to believe in is defense wins championships, and I think we saw that today. Let's take a look at a little bit of that Benson defense that we saw. A big block late by Ibis. Ibis then with the tip there and the steal.
Yep, and here's Montrese Weller coming back on a nice play at the very beginning of the game. Ibis had those blocks at the very beginning. She had, as you said, a big block against Liveringhouse at the very end. Just that pressure defense, and both teams did that, but it was a key to them also, you know, on their offensive, to stay on their offensive threats from Bellevue West.
So here are the games to date, or I shouldn't say to date, but to this point in time. We have one more state championship coming up. That's Sterling taking on Wynot for the D2 title, but it began early this morning, 9 a.m. here at Pinnacle Bank Arena. Pierce knocked off Minden. Pierce won another state championship. Minden was the heavy favorite in that one. That was a bit of an upset. Then it was Friend winning its school's first ever state championship. The Vikings beating Pius 10th, going back-to-back. Crofton knocking off St. Cecilia in convincing fashion, 62-40, and Crofton claims its third consecutive state championship down here in the state title game for the fourth year in a row. And the one you just saw, Omaha Benson knocking off Bellevue West, 47-43. Well, that's the verbal recap of today's action. The girls state basketball championships here at PBA, Pinnacle Bank Arena. Good news in Nebraska basketball earlier today, as we told you, the Nebraska women beating Michigan State. They will play Iowa for the Big Ten championship tomorrow. But let's take a look at some quick highlights. We talked about Pierce winning it 69-60 in an upset. Minden had the three sisters, Brooke, Taylor, and Jamie, two of them going on to college. The Kissinger sisters going to play Division I basketball. Taylor, the freshman, already being recruited, but Pierce wouldn't have any of it. They just played hard, and every time Minden made a run, Pierce answered and won it. Then in the second game this morning at 11 a.m., it was Friend taking on Humphrey St. Francis, and Friend wins that 44-43 in an exciting game. First ever trip to the finals for Friend. And they drink the Minky in her bucket there. Excitement as they will take home that state championship trophy for the first time ever. Then ending our first session of the day, it was Grand Island Northwest taking on Pius 10th, and this was a tight game, much closer than the final score would indicate, as Pius brought it all the way back to within one, but then it was just a phenomenal performance by that young lady, Mackenzie Brown. 36 points, a career high in her final high school game, and Grand Island Northwest wins its second straight state championship. Crofton, and this really wasn't even close, just took it to St. Cecilia, won it by 22. Crofton are really building a dynasty there, and they've won 3 straight state championships. And the game you just saw was Omaha Benson also